In the Warsaw Ghetto, there was a woman named Irena Sendler. She didn't have an army. She didn't have a crown. She just had a heart that refused to turn to stone while the world around her was crumbling. Irena worked with a group called Żegota. They were shadows in the night, smuggling children out of the ghetto, away from the hunger, away from the walls. She placed these little ones with families, in orphanages, and behind the quiet stone walls of convents. But Irena, she knew something. She knew that a child's name is the only thing the world can't truly take away, unless you let it be forgotten. She was meticulous. On thin pieces of tissue paper, she wrote down two things: the name they were born with and the new, false identity they needed to survive. She was holding their pasts in her hands, hoping to give them a future. Now, think about this. She took those notes, placed them in glass jars, and buried them in a neighbor's garden, right under the roots of an apple tree. And here's the kicker. That garden, it was right across the street from the German army barracks. The enemy was close enough to hear the shovel hit the dirt. But Irena didn't flinch. She buried those jars like seeds, praying for a spring that felt 1,000 years away. When the smoke finally cleared and the war ended, Irena went back. She dug into that earth and pulled those jars into the light. She spent years tracking those children down. Most of their parents, well, they were gone, swallowed up by the camps. But because of those jars, because of that tissue paper, she was able to lead those children back to the arms of their surviving kin. She gave them back their stories. You see, a hero isn't someone who thinks they're brave. A hero is someone who does what's right, simply because it's the only thing left to do. For decades, the world didn't know her name. She didn't ask for a parade. She just lived her life. But history, it has a funny way of coming to the surface. In 1999, half a world away in Kansas, a group of high school students went digging. They found Irena. They told the world about life in a jar. And finally, the woman who saved the children under the shadow of the enemy was given the light she deserved. Irena Sendler used to say she didn't do enough, but looking at those jars and the lives that grew from them, I think she did just fine.